After a lovely stay in Strahan, it was time to hit the road again. So from Strahan, we're heading up and through Zeehan, and then across to Roseberry, where we're going to stop for lunch. Following Roseberry, we're going to keep travelling up toward the north of Tasmania and call across into Waratah. We'll probably need some fuel by then, and then through into Wynyard, where we're staying at the Leisureville Caravan Park. We didn't take the usual route up through Burnie and across. We actually went through Hellier's Gorge for this trip, which was really lovely as well. Bit windy, but good fun. This was a long day of driving, so not a lot of filming for this particular segment of the trip. We were a little bit tuckered out from all our adventures last night. Where are you up to?
Look, taking a trading journey around town, around Roseberry. This is probably the best way to do it if you are in Roseberry.
Yep.
See all the highlights. Very basic.
You ran out of rail, but...
Look, I didn't say it was a long trip. I did say it was a rail.
It's a very short trip.
In fact, I believe this is Tasmania's shortest railway. So, yeah, worth a try.
Nice work.
Looking forward to getting to the end of the line. But I'm going to let you know when I get there.
Okay.
All right, okay, that was good.
Thanks.
I think we're there now.
I think you're there.
Get in there, Glennie Cleaver. Glennie Cleaver, get in. Come on in.
Well, he's getting in too.
There we go.
They're on the trip back. They're on the trip back. After amusing the locals, we headed across to the top pub at Roseberry, and they weren't doing meals, but you just order from down the road and bring your fish and chips or whatever it is that you've ordered back to the pub for something to eat, which is exactly what we did. The bartender was very friendly, gave us a lot of information about the mines, so it was a great place to stop.
Did you see the big stag?
We did stop at Waratah to get some fuel. We checked out the waterfall, and I can tell you now, it was freezing cold. And I didn't get a lot more video for the rest of the trip because I was actually driving and just not real good with the camera. We were tuckered out, had an early night, and then we started on the next phase of our trip, which was heading back across to Launceston. We took the scenic road for a little bit of that trip, heading down toward Deloraine and across into Westbury for a bit of a stop before we headed back across into Launceston itself and got ourselves checked in. But just outside of Burnie, there was one stop.
Yes, that's right, viewers. We are back at Crustys Bakery in Burnie. Not a sandwich this time. Going with a mini quiche. It's breakfast.
And I backed up that quiche with a donut, of course. Now, once back in Launceston, we actually dropped the boys off at Simon Plains because it was the V8 race car weekend, and Lee and I took a trip out to Entally House in Hadspen. Entally House is the family home of Thomas Roby, who was once a Premier of Tasmania. The house is in excellent condition, and you're able to wander through the home and through all the outbuildings that are attached to the home itself as well. Definitely worth a visit.
Dun, dun, dun. The heads might start spinning a minute. Nice padded green door.
There was probably only about another 2 or 3 people on the grounds with Leah and I when we were there. Didn't see a soul. It was just really nice to wander around and not feel rushed. And
Goodness.
there was so much to see, and everything's
Holy Bible's
got
over
information
there.
around it too, so you're able to read up about things as you walk.
Wow. Look at the size of that thing.
So what we're looking at here is a hole in the floor with a bit of glass with another mirror down there so you can get to see underneath the house.
So this is the nursery, guys. Check this out. These are all the little dolls' houses. Look at this. They've got fronts on them too. Wow, look at this. All the little ornamenty pieces in there. Rocking horse. Rocking horse over the back. Look at the high chair. That's beautiful. Big and posh. Wow. I wonder how many times the kids fell down the stairs. Because because they're a bit steep.
It isn't the best time of the year in Tasmania to be looking at gardens right now because things are starting to cool off, and really you're just maintaining your gardens and getting them prepared for the springtime. The garden is filled with beautiful flowering plants, so it'd be great to come here in spring and see those. After a lovely morning at Entally House together, we then headed into town to check out the art gallery. The art gallery is free, and there was a really cool exhibit called Skin that we saw when we were there. Quite enjoyed that. A little hard to find and also to get a park, so you do have to park away and probably walk to this one. I've been in Tasmania about 14 years. This is the first time they've actually stopped to take a look at the art gallery in Launceston. Happy I did. Following our trip to the art gallery, we headed back to the hotel, had a big rest, and then we headed out for Rob's birthday dinner. And our dinner was at the Mudbar. This restaurant isn't cheap, but I did find the food was really quite delicious. And they sold ouzo, so you're always in for a good night when they sell ouzo. We partied on through the evening and then headed home to get some more sleep because tomorrow was another big day, Symmons Plains. Thanks for watching. Give us a like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.